Good afternoon, traders, friends. It has been a little bit since I recorded a video, and I apologize for that. Life has gotten in the way. I've been very busy, and I finally had some time today to sit down and do a video. Now, what I want to do is go over kind of what I was looking at pre-market and where my decisions were. There wasn't a lot in the market that I was excited about today, and so I just want to go through kind of what I saw and what I was liking and where I was liking it and what I actually took today. So I'll start with the SPY. So this morning, I just want to black out today. So when I got up this morning, I saw that the SPY was gapping lower today, and it was gapping close to this 100 moving day average. Now, basically what I was looking at was a gap below this level here, support sitting at the 100 moving day average. Also, you can see support's kind of in line right here. So I thought this was a pretty good support level, and basically my analysis on SPY was this morning, bear retest gap. I like it above the 319.86 to 323.69, or sorry, 319.86 area, which was, this was a little bit lower at that time. So right in this area here, I liked it at that level to go higher. And I had a target of 323.69, which I found based on the hourly. So 326 was basically where that 10 EMA on the hourly chart was. Thought that was a good place for it to possibly go up to, and that's what I was looking at. So if it broke, let's just go back to the daily. If it broke this level, then I didn't see support till we got into the 312.29 area, and that's basically what my analysis was on the SPY, and that kind of dictated how I was feeling about the rest of the market. So a lot of things were gapping down today, and I figured if there was a good potential for a bounce on the SPY, then there's probably a good potential for the other stocks to kind of follow suit, unless they were moving independently from the market. But most of what I saw was very similar to the market, and therefore it was market driven. So an example would be Walmart. I was looking at Walmart this morning as a possible trade, and I will go back to today. It was gapping down, and it didn't actually end up gapping below the low, so I ended up taking it off my list. But I originally said that I like it below 134.73, which was 134.73. So if it broke this level right here, then I liked it further down to about this area here. But again, because there was no news on this really, I was expecting it to possibly bounce. And another one was AMD. AMD was probably one of my favorite gaps today. And it was gapping below this level right here. Now you can see that it's got absolutely nothing for support until it reaches down in this area. So that was a beautiful potential short if this area broke. Now, basically what my analysis was this morning was the bear retest gap. I liked it below 73.57 with a target of 66.86. But if the SPY bounces here, this could be a support level instead. There's no news to make this move independently, so I believe that it was going to work very well with the market. So I was watching this level very closely, and if the SPY broke, then I knew that this was going to go lower, or I had the feeling that it would go lower if this level broke. So I was watching this one very closely, and sure enough, you can see that just like the SPY, it bounced right off that support level and went up to the 10 EMA and retested down. So a good play if people were playing that long off the support level. Completely understand why. I wasn't playing this one at all. I was actually watching this area for that possible break lower. Could have played it higher, but I didn't want to. I was watching, PM was the one that I was watching pretty much all day. And I'll show you my analysis on Philip Morris. So Philip Morris this morning, also gapping down and gapping into the 100 moving day average. So right here is support. This is where it's gapping down to. I put in that, Philip Morris was a bearish retest gap. I like it above 75.16. So this was the area that I was looking for. Let's just put that 75.16. I like it for a bounce off this area. It was gapping down into the daily 100 moving day average. And look at this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bearish candles in a row. This thing was ready to have some sort of move higher. You've got all these shorts that are possibly they're profitable coming to a support level. They're going to lock in their profits. Then you've also got other interested buyers that maybe bought in this area that now want to try it again, or that's just the way that they trade. They buy off the 100 moving day average. I thought this was it was set up perfectly for a long. And that was what I was watching most of the day. And first thing in the morning, so if we go to, well, first of all, let me just show you where I got my target from. So my target, I took off the hourly, and my target was 76.84. So that was right in here, right off the wick of this hourly candle here. That was what my target was, 76.84. And to me, that was a kind of like a lower high that I thought it needed to take out. I also figured that it had room to go. And if you go back to the daily, that level, it's the low of this candle as well. There's no real resistance there's no other resistance levels that are evident in here. I thought it was a good level. So that's the level that I picked. And I had my trade ready to go. So I knew I wanted to buy somewhere down here and sell it right up here. So off of the open, let's just play this. So it actually moved up during the pre-market and didn't gap. It was originally down in this area and didn't gap down, but I was still watching this for a fade. Now, you see these 4 bullish candles in a row. This was yesterday's move, and then this is what today's candle starts out. Still looking for a pullback, and this is looking pretty bearish. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Pretty big selling, but I'm expecting a retest down into this level. Comes down here, and you get this little candle right there, followed by that. And then you get this candle right in here. And once this candle came in on this volume, you've kind of got a 2-minute double bottom here. This is what I did. Right there, I entered my trade right here with my target to 76.84. This candle came in, I readjusted my position size to make sure that I was covered on the low of the day. And this candle comes in, but it does cross through here, but it doesn't fill me. I got skipped on this position, and I figured, okay, I'll leave my trade open and see if it rolls over and fills me on the limit, because I like this level. You're getting the lower buying wicks. There's volume. You know how many people probably shorted this level right here on this candle, thinking that, oh, it's breaking support, it's going to head lower. I was really excited about this setup. This is one that I wanted so badly. So I left it open for another 10 minutes, and I'll just flip over to the 5-minute chart now and watch that, because it, like I said, I was looking for this trade to fill. It didn't fill me on this candle, doesn't fill me here, and then it just starts to move. So at this point, I realize I've missed the trade. I'm not getting in. So canceled it, and I just kept watching. And now if we go back to the 2-minute chart, and let me just refresh this page for a second. I might have to go back to this. So this was 10:20. Let's go back to 10:20. And I've already missed the trade. It's going up, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's missed the trade. It's getting higher and higher and higher. I'm wanting a pullback now, and you know what I need to do? Just flip this over so that I can actually see the VWAP. All right. So once this candle came in, this one right here, this big, it wasn't a big candle. It was just a doji. But look at the volume that came in here, and then immediately it gets rejected. So I waited. This candle comes in. I'm thinking, okay, more sellers are coming in. But once this candle comes in, you've got a double bottom on the 2-minute chart. This was an increase in volume as well. What I did was I entered in long right here, and what was my position? I entered in that's where I put my position, and my target was set for 76.84. And then I just left it. I let it do its thing. I got entered into the trade. You can see it's a beautiful double bottom off of the 10, off the VWAP. And if we go to the 5-minute chart, sorry, it's getting support, the double bottom off the 10. The 15 is showing support off the 10, and I just continued to let it play. It was either going to hit my target or hit my stop, but I wasn't going to do anything else. I had nothing else to do with this trade, and right there hits my target, and I'm out for 1.83R. Now it did go a little bit further. I could have reached 2R on this trade, but just a point and note. The other day I was watching a video and they were talking about stop management and the different options that people had, and basically the comment that was made was most traders can't beat the all or nothing method, and that's, you set your trade, you leave it and you forget it. It either hit your target, it hits your stop, or you exit at the end of the day. And what I did is I went back the last 6 months and I tested every single trade that I have taken, and the result that I found from that was astronomical. I basically shorted myself roughly 16 to 20R a month by managing my trades. I thought I was doing a good job, but if I had just left it and forgot it, I would have been doing way better every month. So I am going to be implementing that strategy probably from here on out. Now, I don't necessarily set a 2R target. I just set what makes sense. So in this particular case, I found a target off the 1 hour and I just went for it. And that's it. I'm just going to take it and run. So in this case, you can see that it did go a little bit higher, not by much. Another reason that I liked this target, it was already, I think this level here was probably the average true range, because the average true range on this was $1.64. So the average move on this particular stock is right to here, and I didn't think it was going to go much further anyway. And sure enough, we're on the 5-minute chart right now. So yeah, it didn't really do much for the rest of the day. It just kind of hung out there and then retested the VWAP again, and that was it for the day. So I thought it was a good trade. I really, really, really wish I had gotten the trade here, because that would have been, I don't know, I think it was like a 4 or 5R trade setup, something along those lines. I'd have to go back to the 2-minute. I wanted right here. So yeah, about a three and a half hour trade is what it should have been, or could have been, if I had been filled, because I still would have left it for that target. And yeah, so that was the trade on Philip Morris. And the other one that I was looking at today was Zoom. Now, Zoom, I'll go back to today, what it looked like. And Zoom, I liked Zoom below that level right there with a target. And I have to go to the hourly, because my hourly target was set right there. I think that was my hourly target. And if I go back to the daily, let me just see what my target was on Zoom. Zoom, my target was 458.75. So 450. 0.75. That's where my target was, yeah. So my analysis on Zoom was it was gapping down, and I really liked it below this level. You've got an inverted hammer candle here, but I mean, you've got selling increased volume after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days of upselling. I thought this was, again, a prime candidate for a fade lower. So I wanted it below 482.79. And again, if you go to the 1 hour chart, you can see a good support level right here. If it breaks that level, you've got clear sailing down to this level here. And that's what I wanted on this. Now, when you go to the 2 minute chart, and I go back to here, where are we here? We'll go to the 5 minute chart. I was probably looking at that instead. 24th. Oh, I don't have it played, that's why. Okay, hang on. So let's just play. All right, so there's the first candle that comes in, and you can see that it's just consolidating here. It's not breaking down, and then it starts to look like it's got a little bit of strength and it might move higher. I mean, it could potentially S-curving, but when you're looking at this move, you've got a lower low, higher, or lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Now you're waiting for it to come in and make a lower low. And it doesn't look like it's doing it. It starts to consolidate, create a little pennant here. Now, once this candle comes in, I'm thinking, yeah, that's good, but I want it down here, and I really wish it had been consolidating lower down in here because I would have taken the trade. I guess I could have taken this move right here and then exit right there for 1.6R, but I didn't. I was looking for that move lower, and I was kind of set on it. And this candle came in after 2 bearish candles. I tried to get a pullback, into the VWAP, and I wanted this trade right here. It just never came up. It just kept going lower, and once this candle came in, I thought, no, there's no chance it's going to come back. It's pretty much going to hit my target, and that's going to be the end of it. So I did watch this a little bit longer. It starts to kind of double bottom, and I'm thinking, okay, well, it would have been nice if it double bottomed here, but I was watching for a possible long off this level back up, and that's when it would have been a good long. Now, again, I did not get filled. Would have been really good is to set a limit buy down here, but I didn't know where. I'm not good with limit buys. I don't like them. I feel very uncomfortable about where I can put my stop. I'd want my stop below this support level right here. And then back up to the VWAP. So you're looking at a 1.4R possible trade. I didn't take that though. What I wanted to see was I would like to see a wick below this level and then move higher, preferably a double bottom. So I continued waiting and watching, and you can see that it just continued higher. It retests this level here. Now this would have been another opportunity to short, and I didn't take that either. And definitely when this one came in, right in this area here, and it looked better, I think, on the 2 minute chart because I was watching the 2 minute. Yeah, right here. So this candle right here was I was looking at this and I thought about shorting it here, but I did not. I had already locked in my gains on the Philip Morris trade, and I decided not to trade the rest of the day. But if this setup had been, I probably would have actually entered it like this so that it was below the VWAP. But this was a really nice setup for a secondary attempt at this low. And in this particular case, it's either going to hit the target or I would exit at 3:30. And I don't know what happened because I left the office and I wasn't paying attention to this trade any further after that, once I was done for the day. So 3:30 would be right here. And right there would have just about hit the target. I would have exited right there. So that would have been, whoops, that would have been a nice little 3.14R trade. In hindsight, feels good that it would have taken it, but I didn't. So that's what I was looking for. I really liked that level off of there and missed it, didn't take it. And hopefully somebody else did, because we talked a lot about it in the trading room today. And hopefully some people made some money. But as you can see, the 2 minute looked really nice on that for an entry right in here. That was a nice candle, and on high volume. It was a really good move. So yeah, that's pretty much the trading day for today. So once again, I welcome your comments, your questions, anything you want to put in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them. And if you're interested in learning more about the way that I trade, come check us out at reallifetrading.com. And yeah, there's a great group of community there. You can take some mentorship programs, you can do some one-on-one coaching, you can join the chat room, or you can take advantage of all the free education. So happy trading, everyone. Cheers.